Part 1 is done, we now have all of our section drafts, methods, results, discussion, introduction, and abstract. But our manuscript text references tables and figures that don't exist yet. The results section says, see Table 1, but Table 1 hasn't been created in a format we can actually submit. Step 5 generates all tables and figures as publication-ready formatted items in a single Word document.
Why are we doing this now and not earlier? Because the polished versions of the tables come after the narrative text has been finalized. Generating the tables at this stage means we can cross-check, making sure the data in the tables matches what the results section describes. There are 4 items in one Word document. Table 1, Study Characteristics. Table 2, Risk of Bias Summary with color-coded cells. Figure 1, the harvest plot. And Table 3, the Grade Evidence Profile. All formatted according to journal standard conventions. 3-line formatting, no grid lines, Times New Roman.
This step requires an AI that can create files. Not all AI chatbots can generate Word documents. Make sure the chatbot you're using has this capability. ChatGPT and Claude both confirmed. You only need one file for this step, the manuscript data file. Grab the manuscript data file from the project folder. Open a new AI chatbot session with a thinking model. Upload the manuscript data file, paste the prompt. Take a look at the conditional logic in the prompt. The AI reads the outcome domains from our data. It doesn't assume. If grade wasn't conducted, it skips Table 3 and flags in. This prompt adapts to our review. It's not a rigid template. You might encounter analysis error partway through. Just like we encountered before in Phase 6, this is normal. The AI recovers and continues. Don't stop, don't restart. Let it finish. The output is ready. A Word document with all 4 items. Download it.
S7.8. Save it. Table 1. Study Characteristics. 1 row per study. Look at the formatting. 3-line style, header row with borders, clean body rows, Times New Roman, and abbreviations note at the bottom. This is ready for direct insertion into a journal submission. Cross-check this data against the results draft. Author names, sample sizes, and study designs must match what the narrative describes.
Table 2, Risk of Bias Summary. Traffic light color coding. Green for low risk, yellow for some concerns, red for high risk, gray for not reported. Domain level judgments for each study. The overall rating is in the last column. Studies are grouped by the tool we used. Each tool has different domain definitions, which are explained in the footnote below. This is the table that reviewers will look at first to assess the credibility of our review.
Table 3. The Grade Evidence Profile. Certainty of evidence organized by outcome domain. Each row represents one outcome. The columns cover each grade domain: risk of bias, inconsistency, indirectness, imprecision, and publication bias. Downgrade arrows show how many levels we downgraded for each domain. Overall certainty uses standard grade symbols. The summary of effect is in the last column. All of this data comes from the synthesis analysis and synthesis report we produced during Phase 6.
Step 6, the final step, assembly. This isn't just copying and pasting sections into one document. The assembler does 7 important things. It converts APA in-text citations to numbered format. It deduplicates references across all sections into one unified list. It cleans up AI artifacts. It formats everything in Times New Roman, double-spaced with line numbers. It generates a PRISMA 2020 compliance checklist covering all 27 items. It creates an assembly notes page that lists everything still needing our attention. And it verifies that table and figure captions match the output from Step 5. This is the step you should not skip. It catches inconsistencies that are very hard to spot manually. This step takes 7 files plus 1 optional, the most we've uploaded at any point in the entire workflow. Open a new AI chatbot session with a thinking model. Make sure the AI can generate files. 7 files: manuscript data, methods draft, results draft, discussion draft, introduction draft, abstract draft, and the manuscript template. Select all of them and drag them in.
The AI artifact scan. The AI will search for residual citation artifacts like file site, turn 0, or file 1 that sometimes get left behind in AI-generated text. If found, it removes them and logs the action. The PRISMA checklist is populated for all 27 items. Author notes are completed. Page breaks are corrected. Word counts are tallied per section. All of these quality checks run automatically as part of the assembly process.
The AI has finished assembling. Let's see what it did. It inserted the title and generated a short title, inserted a structured abstract, added keywords, placed all sections from our drafts, converted APA citations to numbered brackets in order of first appearance, generated a unified reference list, updated figure captions, and appended the PRISMA checklist and assembly notes. Quality checks. Citation integrity. 30 in-text citations match 30 references. No orphan citations. PRISMA checklist, all 27 items populated. One author note placeholder was detected and listed in the assembly notes. Word counts per section. This is useful for checking journal requirements. If your target journal has a word limit, you can see immediately which section needs trimming. Download. S7.10, the main document. Look at this folder. From S1, planning, with the full protocol we generated in Phase 1, all the way to S7.10, the complete assembled manuscript. Every file, every phase, every step in one folder, traceable from start to finish. 52 pages. Title page, short title, author placeholders with superscript affiliation numbers. You'll need to replace author AAA and author BBB with the actual names of your team members. Same for affiliations, those need to be filled in. Line numbers on the left, double-spaced, Times New Roman, standard journal submission format. Abstract page, structured with all PRISMA abstract checklist items. Registration ID at the bottom. Introduction. Notice how the citations have been converted to numbered brackets, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, no longer in APA format. The assembler has harmonized all citations across the entire manuscript into one consistent numbering system.
Methods. Citation numbers continue from the introduction. PRISMA, Prospero, and Swim all cited with numbered references. Results. Study selection numbers that match our search tracker. Figure references are embedded in the text. Results of syntheses, organized by outcome domain.
vote counting results followed by study-by-study narrative detail. Discussion, main findings, strengths and limitations, results in the context of other studies. Now, here's something important to notice. There are residual AI artifacts in the text. Things like Cite, Turn 12, View 2. The assembler scanned for and logged most of these artifacts, but sometimes a few slip through. This is exactly why you need to read the manuscript before submitting. Human review is still essential. Conclusion. Tight, concise. It summarizes the key findings without repeating detail in the discussion. References, a unified numbered list. Vancouver style. All citations from the introduction, methods, results, and discussion have been deduplicated and merged into a single list. 30 references, each one with full bibliographic details and a DOI. Verify the DOIs before submission, especially for recent publications.
PRISMA flow diagram. Remember the search tracker we built from the very beginning? It has already auto-generated the PRISMA 2020 workflow with all the numbers updated throughout the screening process. We need to export this diagram as an image for the manuscript. Download it as a PDF first. Open the PDF, export it as an image. Then crop the diagram so it's clean. Remove any unnecessary white space.
Our manuscript also includes a conceptual map. This diagram was generated from Mermaid code found in the manuscript data file. Open the manuscript data file. Search for conceptual. You'll find a Mermaid code block. This code describes the structure of the diagram, interventions, mediators, outcomes, and the pathways between each one. We need to render this code into an actual diagram. For that, we'll use the Mermaid Live editor. Go to mermaid.live, paste the Mermaid code from the Manuscript data file. Usually, there will be a syntax error when you paste directly. That's normal. Click Fix with AI. One click. The diagram is now repaired and rendered. You can see the full conceptual map. Interventions on the left, mediators in the center, outcomes on the right, moderators at the top. Each pathway is labeled with an evidence direction and certainty level. Export it. PNG format for journal submission. White background.
All tables and figures are now separated and organized. The PRISMA workflow, the conceptual map, and all 4 tables, ready for upload to the journal submission system, which typically requires individual files.
Phase 7 is complete. The manuscript is done. 7 steps: compile data, methods, results, discussion, introduction and abstract, tables and figures, assembly. Each step builds on the steps before it. Each output becomes the input for the next. Here's what we have now. 1 Word document, 52 pages. Submission ready. It just needs final human checking and polishing. A title page with author placeholders, a structured abstract following PRISMA 2020, an introduction with real citations, a method section that describes exactly what we did, results with study-by-study narrative and tables, a discussion that compares our findings with published literature, and conclusion, a unified reference list, a PRISMA compliance checklist, and assembly notes that flag what still needs human attention. It's a first draft, a very comprehensive first draft. We still need to review citations, replace author placeholders, verify data accuracy, address the assembly notes, and check every section as a researcher with integrity. The AI drafted, the AI extracted, the AI synthesized, the AI assembled. But we verify, we make the judgment calls, we submit. From nothing, not knowing where to start, to one complete manuscript ready for journal submission. Every step has a trail, every number can be traced, every decision can be justified. That is systematic review with SRX AI.